My name is Casey Peters and I'm with Renewable Energy Alternatives. We do solar and a little bit of wind for commercial, residential, and nonprofits throughout the Chicagoland area. And so I'm here today just to talk to you a little bit about solar in the Chicagoland area and in the greater boundary of Illinois. About the incentives, but really how it works and how to get started if you are a homeowner or a congregation looking to go green. First, we can just talk about why solar. Most practically, people are worried about energy bill increases. The Department of Energy states that our energy prices have gone up about 6% on average nationally. But the Midwest here, we've had some pretty low energy prices due to deregulation of our market. But we're going to be seeing some changes in the future. As we decommission 10% of our US coal plants and as our nuclear plants age out, we're going to see higher and higher energy bills, very comparable to what you see on the East and West coasts. So financially, what solar does is it freezes those energy bills, or at least a portion of them. But for me, the impact is a little bit more about our environment and where we're going as a whole. Every kilowatt hour of electricity that you use generates 1.37 pounds of CO2. And so think about that when you look at your energy bill. How much of a carbon impact am I really having on our environment? Just kind of to show, every kilowatt of solar is like having 10 trees planted, or actually 40 trees planted every single year. So it's really good for our environment. And my mom always said to leave a place cleaner than when you got here. So it's a really great time to think about solar. And actually, people always think that we don't have enough sun here in Illinois, but if you think about it, and you look at some websites like the National Solar Research Laboratory, or NREL, you'll be able to see that Chicago only gets 20 minutes less sun per day than Florida does. So everyone going south for the summer or the winter can just stick around here a little bit. So we do get plenty of sunlight here. It's not about warmth, it's about sun. And even on cloudy days, solar still does produce a little bit of energy. So how does it work? Well, we no longer use batteries because batteries are expensive and they're dirty and they cost a lot to maintain. So instead what we do is the panels produce DC energy. We then convert that to AC energy via an inverter. And an inverter can be something placed behind each and every panel, or it can be one big unit in the basement of your home. And so seamlessly, as the sun hits the panels, the electricity goes down the line and inverts in your home. It then goes right into your electrical panel. During the day, if you're not home, your meter actually measures this energy. And if you're not using the electricity, it's getting sent out to your neighbors. And your meter is going backwards. Kind of nice, right? At nighttime, when you are pulling energy back from the grid and the solar panels are sleeping, your meter goes forwards and you're only charged for the difference. It's called net metering. So if you produce more than you're using, you get a credit on your bill. Now, you don't get paid for extra energy production, but it's kind of like cell phone minutes. Credits roll over from month to month to month, and ultimately, those really sunny months we get in June and July make up for our January and February. So it works out really nicely, and homeowners and congregations alike can both benefit for this. And even if we're only offsetting a portion of your energy bill, that's money you're not paying to ComEd, and that's energy that you're not using from the grid. Now, let's talk about incentives. So residentially, you're available for two options right now. One, the federal government has a federal tax credit of % of the gross cost of the system between now and 2016. So let's say the system costs $15,000, you get a $5,000 tax credit. So if you owe taxes that were more than $5,000, you get a tax credit of that. If you owe less than $5,000, then you can use portions of that year to year until 2016. The other thing that comes in is a state rebate. This year is the last year, at least for now, that Illinois is offering a 25% state rebate on the system. So ultimately, you get 55% of your system cost rebated to you, well, in a tax credit and a rebate, within that first year. So now it doesn't sound too bad. If you're a congregation, it's even better. There's a program called the Illinois Clean Energy Community Foundation, and if you go to illinoiscleanenergy.org, you'll be able to find this information, that will provide 60% of the funding for your solar array. The grants are competitive, and they are open in July and January. If you're thinking about looking into these grants, please contact me and my information will be on this website. So we can get started writing that grant. So other questions that we've had from folks is financing. Most people will use a home equity line of credit for their home to do green energy improvements. Works out pretty nicely. And with a payback period right now of around 7 years, it's a really great investment for your home. Panels are warranted for 25 years, so that's like having no or limited electricity bill for the rest of the time that you're in that house. And for congregations, there's a great idea for group funding. Every panel costs roughly around $700 to install. And so if you had a family sponsor each and every panel that you put on your home or on the church or other congregation, you'd be able to have them offset their carbon footprint for years, making a lasting impact on the environment, and for a much less price than it would take to do their whole home solar themselves. So it's a great way for them to leave a legacy behind even after they're gone from this earth. So really to get started, what we need to do is a free site evaluation. And what that really entails is someone first talking to me and looking at your house on Google Maps or looking at your congregation on Google Maps to see if the roof is good. South facing is going to be your best bet, and no trees, please. Those end up shading the array and can cause interruptions. So then what we'll do from there is evaluate your energy bill. See if energy efficiency measures are a better way for you to go before you do solar. So see the video on energy efficiency, it's a great one. And then we'll actually look at the site itself, see if there's a possibility to go in solar, look at our area for panels, look at your budget, and look at the possibilities and grants that are possible. So if you'd like to do that, my name again is Casey Peters, and I work right now for Renewable Energy Alternatives. My contact information will be on the website, but if you can write things down, it's kpeters@renewableenergyalt.com. So thank you so much for listening today, and I hope you can join me and go green for the world. Thanks.